I have to wash my hands 800 times a day with obsessive precision. If I accidentally brush against the faucet, I have to start the entire process over. After washing, I reached for a roll of toilet paper, but it dropped onto the floor. I couldn't bear to touch it again, so I quickly tore off a few clean squares to dry my hands, used them to shut off the water, and tossed the rest of the roll into the toilet. I thought I was finally finished, but then I realized I had touched the flush button, and then my face. I immediately pulled out my portable soap and carefully scrubbed my face. As a biologist, I suffer from severe germophobia. I have to be fully suited up to run an experiment. I not only clean myself, but also disinfect the work area over and over again, not missing a single corner. Even the janitors complain that I am stealing their jobs. I couldn't stand living like this anymore, so I went to a psychiatric clinic where I met several other patients with different forms of OCD. But one lady accidentally brushed against my hair. I bolted to the bathroom, pulled out my shampoo, and washed my hair right there. After blow drying it, I tied it back tightly. But the moment I stepped back into the waiting room, just then, the nurse announced that the doctor's flight was delayed, and he might not make it. To pass the time, we decided to introduce ourselves. One man was obsessed with symmetry. He had to step exactly on the stripes of the floor, and never on the cracks. Another man was a hoarder whose house was overflowing with everything he'd ever collected. One girl couldn't help but repeat every sentence she said. Another woman had to check her belongings over and over. Then there was the man who couldn't even speak without saying obscenities. Since we didn't want the trip to be a waste, we decided to help each other. First, they told me to go touch a toilet seat, but it was too filthy. Just as I was about to give up, one man grabbed my hands and repeatedly pressed them against the sink. It was pure torture. I begged him to stop, but he wouldn't, so I slapped him across the face. The forced therapy for me was a total failure. We moved on to try and help the next person. But suddenly, one patient had an asthma attack. In the rush to save her, I completely forgot about my germs and scrambled to help. After she had recovered, I even forgot to wash my hands. A man reached a conclusion that we would temporarily forget our compulsions in an emergency. We were all thrilled to see a glimmer of hope, so we took a group photo and promised to meet once a month to continue our treatment. But as we left, one patient had quietly slipped back into the office. The nurse asked him how the session went. Turns out he was the doctor who